Hey, Physique Freaks, how's it going? How's it going? Scott Tucson on MetabolicMasterpiece.com. Got some footage, actually got the entire leg workout that we performed last week. It was a deload week for us, so we're just having some fun in the gym, doing some exercises that we haven't done in a while, and it turned out to be an incredible workout. Thought I'd share it with you here. Let's get to that footage. And we kick the workout off with some box squats. Notice the resistance bands attached to the bar, which makes it more challenging in the top range of the movement. Going for higher reps here, about 12 to 15 repetitions, and very explosive on the way up. Nice and controlled on the way down with a nice little pause in the bottom. Now, I am maintaining constant tension on the thighs there in the bottom. I'm barely touching the bench, so I'm not sitting down and relaxing. Notice how my spine, my angle of my spine trunk flexion there is remaining the same as I would if I was doing a regular squat there. I'm not allowing my body to sway back and get any momentum moving forward. Just keeping my regular squat form there, just barely touching down, just taking momentum out of the movement by pausing in the bottom and then exploding on the way up. The quads are absolutely on fire after that. And then supersetting it with some walking lunges. You can play around with your body position, your stride, leaning forward a little bit more. You may feel it in your quads a bit more, or you may feel it in your glutes a little bit more. So play around with the angle of your torso, whether you're leaning forward or a little more upright, as well as your stride. I do prefer a bit more of a shorter stride. I prefer to have my knees travel just a little bit past the toes. I find that I get a better stretch in my glutes and my hamstrings. And really just trying to keep all of the weight and tension on that lead leg. That back foot is just kind of there for balance, just really pushing off that lead leg there. So we did 3 sets of that superset, and then we moved on to the leg press. Here we got Rick, 54 years old, phenomenal shape, about 5'10", 163, 164 pounds, fellow lightweight bro. And here we're doing just a giant drop set here, just stripping a plate off each side and doing as many more reps as you can, stripping another plate off each side, as many more reps as you can, and just cranking it out, getting a good burn as you're going to see at the end here. But these first few sets, just trying to maintain nice constant tension on the thighs, so nice controlled movement. That's a great tempo that he's got going on there. Got some nice details, seeing some vascularity there in his quads as well. So we got Mike, another fellow lightweight bodybuilder there. Mike and Rick are the same age. Mike's 54. He's going to be 55 next month. And he's sitting around 160 right now. Stripping the weight off and right back at it. Just enough rest. It's amazing. Short rest on the leg press like this. It's amazing how quickly you can recover. But you do a couple reps and then all of a sudden, boom, the fatigue, the burning sensation kicks in about after 3 reps, and it just gets a bit nasty after that. So Rick maintaining nice control there, and he got a little bit deeper on the end there. So I noticed that a lot with him as he gets deeper and deeper into the sets. His range gets a little bit deeper and deeper. It is lighter right now, so a little bit easier for him to work through that range. And getting a great pump here. So he's not locking out at the top. He's just keeping some constant tension on the thighs. Got some great details. Burn him out, getting tough here. Seeing the hamstrings popping out. Then he's just going to crank him out. So feeling the burn and then just going, giving her as best he can. Going a little bit faster, you can tend to get a little bit more out. So I'm trying to strip the weight off there. Mike stripped it off the other side. Here he is, his last set, hamstrings popping out. Definitely feel this. So there's a great range, getting nice and deep. So the weight is really light here. So getting deep, but making sure that he's keeping his back firmly pressed against the padding there, not allowing his pelvis to curl up. Just going a little bit faster, just burning out everything that he's got here. This is killer. I mean, could have ended the workout there, the superset and this big giant drop set there. The legs are fried. But we finished off with some glute ham raises. This is something that I usually start my workouts with because it is a challenging exercise. It's probably the most challenging curling movement. But I found after doing those other exercises, I felt loose. The hamstrings felt incredible. So I actually cranked out more reps than I was expecting here. It just felt great. So notice how I'm not using my lower back at all. My trunk stays the same, and I'm driving my butt back. So I got a slight arch in my lower back, but I'm not arching as I'm coming up. I'm just keeping that force going through my hips. So driving my butt backwards. So knees pop up on the way down, and then knees go down on the way up. Getting some extra reps here. Once I get to that sticking point, just giving myself just a little bit of assistance to help me crank out a few extra reps. Hope you enjoyed the workout.